Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you are fine. Today we shall begin Unit 1. And before we begin with, in our classes from this session onwards, in each class we shall see one word and its meaning and its usage under the caption Word of a Day. Today's word of a day is altruistic. 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 This is an adjective and the meaning is selfless. Selfless. And the usage is example, I like his altruistic approach. I like his altruistic approach. So altruistic means selfless. And the antonym of that word is egoistic. And the antonym of that word is egoistic. This is the word of today's session. And remember, I have put in a bracket ADJ. It means adjective. Any standard dictionary, if you refer your word, you can find out your parts of speech in a bracket. For noun, there would be N. For verb, they put V, you can find V. For adverb, ADV. And remember one thing, when you learn your word, learn with its parts of speech. Learn with its parts of speech, that what parts of speech it belongs to. It would be helpful to you. So altruistic means charitable, selfless, altruistic service, altruistic approach. And the antonym of that word is egoistic. Right? So you should always be an altruistic. So I like his altruistic approach. So our college is doing altruistic service to the community. Got it? Okay. So this is the word of today's session. Take notice. Okay. Now let us begin with Unit 1, and the first one is noun. Already many of you may know the meaning of this word noun. What does it mean? Okay, so usually there is a definition in grammar books. Noun is a word which refers to a name of a person, name of a thing, name of a place. And generally what we do, we simply memorize it, we write down and we write some examples. But actually try to understand in a very practical way. What is noun? I think these two definitions can tell you everything about noun. First one is noun is a naming word. Noun is a naming word, and the second point is all living and non-living things are noun. These two definitions, I think it would be apt to remember the meaning of noun. Naming word. For example, what it is? This is a pen. You are giving name to this object. You are naming this object. So this is, we call it as pen. This is a noun. What is this? This is a marker. You give name to this object. This is noun. And what is this? This is an object we use to wipe out board. And you give a name to this object. This is called as duster. This is a noun. And what it is? This is a device we use to talk to others, and we give it a name, cell phone. This is a noun. And what is this? This is an object. We can read it, and we give a name to this. This is a book. This is a noun. And this is an object we used to write. This is called as board. What I work, we give name to this object. This is called as shirt. This is a noun. So remember one thing, whatever the object you take and you are called by some name, it is noun. Very simple. And see the second, all living and non-living things are known, whether it is living or non-living. What it is? This is an object. I can see time into it. This is a wristwatch. I give name. So whether it is a living or non-living, it is called as noun. So remember one thing, everything is noun. Everything is noun. Where you are sitting on a bench. Bench is noun. Where you are sitting at home. Your home is noun. If you are sitting in a room is a noun. What gives ventilation to that room? The window. Window is a noun. Something which is rotating, that is above your head, what it is? Fan. You give it name to that object, fan. Fan is a noun. Something which gives you a light and you are naming it as a light bulb. This is a noun. So simply speaking, everything is noun. See, you need not to memorize the definition, name of a person, name of a place, nothing. Simply remember, right? Name of a person, Mr. Ramesh, Mr. Rahim, Mr. Ravi, Mr. Peter. So you are calling by name, right? See a noun. A place. He is living in a village, he is living in a town, he is living in a Vanambadi, he is living in Tirupatur, he is living in Vellore, he is living in Ambur. You are giving name. It's a noun. Right? So you are giving name to the quality. Okay. See, if I do like this, right? If I do like this, yes, I am very happy. So happy, the quality is noun. If I do like this, I am very angry. This is the quality. The quality angry is also a noun. So everything is noun. Remember one thing, right? So that is naming word. Noun is a naming word. All living and non-living things are called as noun. Understand it? Okay. So even dictionary is noun. Even dictionary is noun. And all the words in a dictionary are noun. Maybe the adjective, adverb, whatever it is, the primary form is noun. So try to understand it. So everything around you is noun. Everything around you is noun. Okay, if you understand this concept easily, then you can understand the types of noun very easily. You need not to worry about it. Now take down these definitions. Noun, the definition for noun is naming word. All living and non-living things are noun. I think you have taken down this definition. See, you do one thing, you put, that is separate note for English. A very simple notebook. You put separate note for English. So whenever I take class, you just take down the hints. Finished? Okay. Now we shall see the very interesting things now. That is the types of noun. I draw a simple diagram. I give simple examples so you can understand everything very clearly. For example, common noun. We shall see each types, right? Proper noun. I am not giving you the definition, so that try to understand, you can write your own definition. Okay. Common noun. See, the title itself, the type itself has got answer with it. Common, you know what does it mean, which is very common. And proper. I am not giving you that is the book definitions. I give two examples for each so that you can write your own definitions. For example, fruit. Town. And for proper noun, what I would write? Apple. Vellore. Now look at these examples. Common noun is a noun. Now I am telling you the definition so that you can easily understand. Common noun is a noun which gives common name to a person, place or things, which refers commonly. Common noun is a noun which refers a place or things or persons commonly. Proper noun is a noun which refers person, place or things particularly, specifically. Okay, now look at this. Fruit. Which fruit? No, common. Maybe it is pomegranate, maybe it is custard apple, maybe it is grapes, maybe it refers to oranges. Common. Town, is it tells you which town it is? Is Vanamadi or Ambur or Alangayam or Mittur or Vellore? It is not mentioned, It is refers commonly. But here, when you say apple, it is a proper noun because you are giving particular name to a fruit. And likewise, Vellore, you are giving proper name to a noun, town. For example, city, what type of noun? Common noun. Chennai, proper noun. Okay. Pen, what type of noun? Common noun. Camlin pen, proper noun. Boy, common noun. Mr. Rahim, proper noun. School, common noun. Islamia Boys Higher Secondary School, proper noun. College, common noun. Islamia College, proper noun. I think you can understand the definition of common noun and proper noun. The only difference is while you write proper noun, the first letter of that noun must be in capital letter. For example, that is city. You may put C small letter also. But while you write Chennai, the first letter of that word must be in capital. Now again I repeat the definition. Common noun is a noun which refers person, place, things commonly. Proper noun is a noun which refers person, place, things properly. Can you get the point? Yes? Okay. Now we shall see the next two types. Concrete noun and next one is abstract noun. Maybe these types you are very familiar with it. Only the names are looking something strange, but it is very simple. Concrete noun, abstract noun. I give you two examples each, you can understand. Concrete noun, orange, computer. Abstract noun, honesty, loyalty. Now look at the definition. Concrete noun is a noun which you can see, you can touch, you can taste. Concrete noun is a noun which you can see, which you can touch, and you can taste. Look at the definition of abstract noun. Abstract noun is a noun which you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot taste, but you can feel. Again I repeat. Concrete noun is a noun which you can see. You can see an orange, you can touch an orange, you can taste also. You can see computer, you can touch computer, but you cannot eat. Okay, so this is concrete noun. Abstract noun, can you see this? Can you touch this? Can you smell this? But you can feel. Loyalty, you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot smell, you cannot taste, but you can feel. So concrete noun is a noun which you can see, you can touch, you can smell, you can taste. So these type of nouns are called as concrete nouns. Abstract nouns are nouns which refers, that is, which you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot smell, you cannot taste, but you can feel. You can feel. See, for example, in another way I would like to tell you like this. Concrete noun has a form. Concrete noun has a form. Abstract noun has no form. See, for example, when I tell you pen, automatically the image of pen comes to your mind. When I say writing, just you can imagine, just you can feel it. Can you get my point? When I say rose, that image of the flowers comes to your mind. Rose smells sweet. When I say fragrance, that you can feel it. Rose is concrete noun. Fragrance is abstract noun. Okay. Orange is concrete noun. Sweet is abstract noun. Bike is concrete noun. Speed is abstract noun. So all the qualities, enjoying, sorrow, sad, all the qualities which you can feel, they are called as abstract noun. So concrete noun is a noun which you can see, you can touch, you can smell, and you can taste. Abstract noun is a noun that you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot smell, you cannot taste, but you can feel. Abstract noun. I think you can understand this. And the another one is compound noun. Compound noun. Blackboard, real estate, cell phone, highway. You can keep on adding. See, what does it mean, compound? Compound noun is a noun which combines two nouns. Compound which combines two. Compound noun is a noun which combines two nouns and gives a single meaning. That's very important. Black one noun, board one noun. Two nouns. But this is a whiteboard, right? Usually in a class, you can see blackboard. Okay. Are there two? No, one. But how many nouns are here? Two nouns. Real estate business. Are they doing two business? No, one business. Real is one noun. Estate is one noun. Cell phone. Cell is one noun. Phone is one noun. Two nouns but gives single meaning. Highway. High is one noun. Way is one noun. Two nouns combined together but gives a one object, that is one road, highway. Likewise, so many examples. So compound noun is a noun which combines two nouns and gives a single meaning. Ink bottle. Ink is one noun, bottle is one noun. Okay. Ink bottle. Playground. Play is one noun, ground is one noun. But it refers to a single thing, playground. Book house. Book is one noun, house is one noun, but it is one shop. Book house. Got it? Okay. And the last one is very, very interesting type. Collective noun. Collective noun. Bunch. Herd. Family. Crowd. Police. Navy. Army. Collective noun. Bunch, herd, H-E-R-D, herd, family, crowd, police, navy, army. What? See the type. Collective noun is a noun which has got separate, which refers to a group of nouns. Which refers to a group of nouns. For example, bunch of keys, bunch of flowers, even bouquet is also a collective noun. Bunch of files, bunch of papers. So the term bunch is collective noun. Herd, group of elephants. No, herd of elephants. Herd, group. H-E-R-D, herd. Family. It contains so many members of in a house is called as family. Single label, but it refers to a many people, family, crowd, group of people. Crowd is also a collective noun. Police, many police personnel. Navy, army, committee, group. All those words refers to are called these nouns. That is words are called as collective noun. Again I repeat, when you refer a person, place, things commonly, it is called as common noun. When you refer person, place, things particularly or specifically, it is a proper noun. Concrete noun is a noun which has got some shape and form, which you can see, you can touch, you can smell, you can taste. That type of nouns are called as concrete noun. Abstract noun is a noun which you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot smell, but you can feel. And compound noun is a noun which combines two nouns and gives a single meaning. It is called as compound noun. And collective noun is, that is a bunch, that is a noun which refers to a group of noun is called as collective noun. Can you understand this? If you have any doubt, you can that is post your doubts, you can ask your doubts. And in all those things, but the collective noun is very special. Collective noun has got some special thing, it must be treated very specially. What is that, and what is the unique feature of collective noun, how it is to be treated, what is to be done with this noun. It has very interesting it has many interesting elements with it. We shall see in our next class. Thank you so much.